And now, here is Colonel Danielle Ngo.
Good afternoon and happy Veterans Day. I want to give special thanks to the Japanese American Veterans Association and the National Japanese Memorial Foundation for inviting me today. When I told my family that I was invited and privileged to attend and be a guest speaker, my sister asked me, "Do they know you're not Japanese?" I laughed and I told her, well, I would hope so, because I recently worked with them and I wouldn't think that they would forget me that soon. And my mother said, "They will think we're all the same anyway." Oh, Mom, right? I told her that I think people are much more sophisticated today to be able to discern the difference between different Asian cultures. But if not, it wouldn't bother me anyway, because many Asian cultures have commonalities that we can all be proud of. In the military, we gravitate towards each other because there are so few of us, and we support each other through a different type of community. I'm standing today at the National Japanese American Memorial to Patriotism during World War II. It commemorates a dark time in our country of war hysteria and unimaginable prejudice against Japanese Americans. But it also commemorates those Japanese Americans who rose above it all for love of country and duty and fought for America during World War II. It is one of several memorials across the country that honors over 1,200 Japanese Americans who died in service during America's wars. A reminder of those that have given the ultimate sacrifice for our country. Today we celebrate a day which originally began as Armistice Day to honor the end of World War I. Since 1954, Armistice Day became known as Veterans Day to honor American veterans of all wars. On this Veterans Day, I want to talk about Japanese American service, past, present, and future. Although I am not of Japanese descent, I have been honored to serve with some of our nation's Japanese American sons and daughters. I have traveled to Japan in my military capacity and have seen the rich customs and traditions in that beautiful country. There are many cultural values that are the same, that we all hold true and dear. Family, honor, knowledge, respect, and a strong work and study ethic. These are the values that I see when I meet Japanese Americans in our service today. I know that this day is a day we honor our veterans, and Memorial Day is a day we honor our fallen heroes. But for me, you cannot talk about veterans without talking about our fallen veterans too. When I look at Japanese American history and saw the names and numbers that served and died during the Spanish American War, World War II, Vietnam, Korea, Grenada, Iraq, and Afghanistan, it doesn't feel like a small community. The weight of sacrifice is enormous. The weight of contribution is overwhelming. Their families will forever cherish the memories and feel pride for their defense of America, no matter how many generations have lived here. In Asian culture, we respect our past and our ancestors. Our ancestors hold a special place of honor in my family, where usually we have a photo with incense burning, a special offering of tea, flowers, and fruit in remembrance and gratitude. That's how we honor the past. Today, I want to honor the past of a special service member, Specialist Paul T. Nakamura. He was an Army Reserve combat medic and the first Japanese American to be killed during the Iraq War, a war that I served in but was lucky enough to come home from. Specialist Nakamura was not. He died on a highway 20 miles south of Baghdad, transporting an injured soldier when his military ambulance was struck by a rocket-propelled grenade. He was an all-American boy, a Boy Scout, a junior Olympian, a lifeguard, and more. He was described as compassionate, thoughtful, gregarious, and courageous. He was a brother, and he was a son. What stood out to me was that his parents had reservations about him joining the military, much like my mother did for me, but he told them, "Mom, Dad, I'm so proud I was born in the United States." That says it all. Selfless service and sacrifice, that is what we honor today. That was the past, but never forgotten. I want to move now to the present, where we recently lost a Vietnam War hero, Superior Court Judge Vincent Okamoto. I know Java honored him already because he was a Java member who recently died. I wanted to mention him because he served in Vietnam. I was born in Vietnam, and I owe my existence here to him and those like him who fought in one of our toughest wars. In Vietnam, he was wounded 3 times and received the Distinguished Service Cross, Silver Star, 3 Bronze Stars for Valor, and the Vietnam Cross for Gallantry. He is my hero. Every time I meet a Vietnam War vet, I first ask their wife for permission, and then I ask them if I can give them a hug. And thank them and tell them that their sacrifice was not for nothing. They brought families like me to America so we can continue to pay it forward. Thank you. Thank you. During a speech to the 442nd Regimental Combat Team, he told the next generation to, quote, "Remember and honor those who fought, bled, and died for you. Remember that the blessings and unlimited opportunities we Japanese Americans enjoy today are ours in large measure because we stand on the shoulders of giants, men small in stature, but titans in courage." Words from a great man and hero. With those words to the next generation, I will move to the final part of my speech for the future. To those who will hopefully answer the call to duty and pick up where our ancestors left off. Today, there is some anxiety about serving in the military. I hear, and at times myself feel, that this is a different army. I hear questions like, is it getting too political? Where is our country going? What about diversity, equity, and inclusion? All good questions, but fundamentally, why do we serve? It should be about something greater than ourselves. It becomes what you make of it. It's our friendships, camaraderie, and experience that you build. It's a pride of serving and honor that you hold dear. I hear the debate about Afghanistan, the Afghanistan withdrawal, and people ask me if it was worth it, because I served there too. A lot of veterans are struggling with that question. What I say to them is, feel proud that you answered your nation's call to duty. Only less than 1% of our nation joins the military, either active or reserves. And veterans make up less than 10% of the adult population. To the veterans of Afghanistan, I say to you, you made a difference to your nation by making it a more secure homeland during that time. Be proud of that, because I am proud of you. To all veterans, thank you for your service, and thank you for those who support our veterans. God bless you, and God bless America. Thank you.